All right, now give it up for Portland's King of Late Night, Mr. Los Angeles himself. Welcome to the stage, Aaron Ross.
Welcome to Who's the Ross. I'm Aaron Ross. Tonight, baby, I am your comedy boss. Welcome back to Mom's house. That's right, we're with you guys live from me mom's house. And we have got one heck of a show for you guys tonight, baby. We are cruising. We are sprinting towards the silly. Because look right here. 2020 Bummer Olympics are back. That's right, it's the second week, my friends. Are you ready for some games?
Yes.
Are you ready for some games?
Yes.
Well, baby, we got the games for you, and we've got the gold medal guest, too. Incredible, one of the biggest guests we've ever had on the program tonight. ESPN's Neil Everett. Look at that, baby. We've got Neil Everett chatting with us tonight. We've also got, later on down here, from Specialty Athletic Training, a good friend of mine who trains those with special needs. I'm so excited to chat with Ryan Lockard. Very cool right there. Plus games, baby, games, baby, games. We're going to start off with the Bummer Olympic Games. We got an interactive game for you themed by the Olympics, and then a two-part Will It Float? And we'll wrap up with a fantastic catchphrase game with Neil Everett. He's coming to us in two pieces tonight, baby, wrapped up in a bow. So, booyah, we got the goods tonight. We got the goods, don't we, baby?
We got the goods.
That's right. And you know what else we got? We can get rid of this. Oh, you beat me to it. We got the mom. That's right. Last week, she sat out the games for load management because we knew, baby, we knew we needed her in the fourth quarter. So she is back. Come on, everybody. Let's get loud at home. Say hello. Mama Ross, my co-host. Get in here, Mama. Yeah! Oh, my gosh, Mama's back.
I'm back.
You're well rested.
Yes,
You look good, and we are ready to compete in the second week of the 2020 Bummer Olympics. Of course, this quarantine has been playing games with us.
Yes.
Stop playing games with us, quarantine.
Yes.
We're not having it, because tonight we're playing games with you, and you, and you, and you, and you. You guys get down with the games tonight, but before we get going, Mom, you know how we have to start the show. We're very patriotic here on Who's the Ross. We have to start the program with the Ross Spangled Banner.
That is right.
The national sanitizing anthem, because in these times, we have to sing a little ditty for you guys that is 20 seconds to remind you to use that time to get your hands mean and clean, baby. So here we go. It's the national sanitizing anthem. Oh, say, can you see that your hands are dirty? What so proudly we hailed all our social distancing. We've got Neil Everett on the program tonight, or the Wi-Fi'll watch our show gallantly streaming. Yeah, we're ready for the games, Mama. Let's get to these games, baby. We are ready. We've been training all week.
I've been training and training. I feel good.
Let's get to the first event this week on the Bummer Olympics. These are all tandem events that you guys can do at home, too. Let's get ready. It's time for the to-go toss. That's right, the to-go toss. You can practice this one at your local drive-thru. The key to this one is, can you catch your fast food from a distance of 6 feet without your fries spilling? Mom, you're going to be the clerk at the window. I'm driving my car. Let's see if we can get the goal on this to-go toss.
You want fries?
Yes! I got it!
I got
My
it!
fry spilled, baby. My drink is intact. My burger's still wrapped up. Good job, Mama.
Well done.
Gold
well done.
in the to-go toss.
Whoa.
Now, Mama,
Let's
get to a event that you're going to lead here.
Okay.
This is the Pent-Up Athlon. For all of you out there with a little bit of rage, you can release it with 3 quick events back to back to back, all in one. It's the Pent-Up Athlon. First, you shake your fist in the air. Then you punch a pillow, and then you let out a scream to get rid of all that damn rage you pent up over the last couple of months. Mom, you ready for the gold?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go, Mama.
I'm ready. Okay.
Let's pump that fist.
Oh.
Punch the pillow.
Oh. Oh.
And now scream.
Oh.
Yeah, why am I still stuck in the same place I was?
Oh, being held by
Oh! This right here
Yes.
is something you can play with just a couple of crappy, bad oven mitts. You take these
Yes.
bad boys, you put them on.
Yes.
And any
Yes.
ball that you have, you toss it to each other. The longer you can keep it in the air, the better score you get. Here we go. Time for badminton.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Goal! Goal, baby, goal. Oh, how do we do it? How do we do it?
I don't know.
All right.
Pretty amazing.
Shake off that badminton.
Oh,
It's time for the 4-ply 100. This is the fastest event of the night.
Yes.
Mom's going to take the lead. I'll take the anchor. Come
Okay,
on, Mom.
I'm
Let's
ready.
Get moving.
Okay.
All right. Pass off the roll there.
Okay.
Oh, only the finest toilet paper will get me to the bathroom
Alrighty.
as fast as possible. I'm moving.
Okay.
I'm cruising past the
Alrighty.
kitchen. Oh,
Okay,
I think I got it.
where did he go? Come back.
Yeah. All right, Mom.
Yes.
Let's get next to the quarantine fencing. That's right.
Oh,
Back
this
in the
is
1720s, this was very popular, but now in the 2020s,
Yes.
it has returned as we duel, putting on masks. But instead of a sword, we pick up latex gloves.
I gotcha.
I was concerned that she dropped her weapon. What does Mom do? Like a true competitor, she takes home the gold. Now, Mom, speaking of true competitors.
That was tough.
Our audience every week is taking on our fantastic challenges.
Yes.
And this week is one of our absolute best. It's called the Nap and Field Challenge. You've gotten many golds in these events. At the
I
Nap
have,
and Field.
yes.
From sprint sleeping
Yes.
to the Nap-athlon to the box spring boxing
Yes.
to ribbon twirling. Whatever it is, Mom has crushed it. And you guys took on the challenge, sent in clips of yourselves at your bed, creating your own fun events. And here we've got a little tape of it to share with you. So everybody enjoy yourselves. It's time for the Nap and Field Challenge. Give it up for you guys. Come.
This is the story of the haunted mansion on the hill.
Doing the thing, and you gotta be tough so you don't look like a loser. Sweeping the leg and kicking the balls, taking home the Pt2 cruiser. History repeats itself, trying you'll succeed. Just win the thing and beat the rest until they're all agreed. You're the best around. Now I never gonna tell you. You're the best around. Now I never gonna tell you. You're the best around. Now I never gonna tell you. You're the best around. Now I never gonna tell you. You're the best around. Now I never gonna tell you. You're the best around. Now I never gonna tell you.
See Kylie of Team USA, coming from Clackamas Community College, as well as the University of Oregon, and finally at Portland State University, getting warmed up on the line. He's going to be hoping to break a world record today, as we see him getting set into the blocks, and runners take their mark. Set, and they're off. Running real hard, keeping in his lane. A photo finish for Team USA.
To all of our friends, wasn't that fantastic, Mom?
It was wonderful.
Oh my gosh, that was outstanding. The Nap and Field Challenge, so many great competitors. Look at a lot of show,
Yes,
and let's keep it
yes,
moving,
yes.
my friends. Let's get to our first interview. We're so excited to have this gentleman come and sit down with me and Mom. It is an ultimate pleasure. He's been on ESPN for 20 years. People, cool is the rule.
Yes, cool is the rule.
So let's bring them on. Please, everybody,
Yes.
enjoy
Welcome.
the first part of our chat
Yes.
with Neil Everett. Come on in here, Neil.
Thank you so much for coming over to Mom's house.
Yes, thank
My
you so
pleasure,
much.
man. You tell me I'm going to get to meet Daisy. I'm there, man.
Wow, deep cut. You do your research.
Oh,
What's the
yes.
What's the line? Say.
Oh,
You do really bend my mind.
oh, Neil, you really do bend my mind.
Absolutely, absolutely. My three sons. It's funny. I did the other day. I'm like, my three sons. I'm like Chip, Ernie, and Robbie. And I'm like, God, I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but I could name my three sons like that. And I'm like, wow.
That's incredible, because I can't remember a thing.
I'm headed that way too. It took a pandemic for Aaron to get me on the show. I guess Clipper Darrell's got a bigger Q rating than me, but I'm glad to get to be on.
Oh
Yes.
no,
Yes.
not shots fired at poor Clipper Darrell. This was his
Yes.
year and it's all
Yes.
been stopped. Oh
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Hey,
Yes.
thank you so much for being with us. Let's shift from the LA vibes.
Can I ask one question?
You can ask
You're
all the
boss.
questions.
You're
Okay.
the boss of Ross. Yeah, you can ask.
That's right.
How are you keeping sane?
You
Have
know,
have you gotten to go outside?
Yeah, we go outside, we walk the dogs. Anytime you go anywhere, I've been to the grocery store, I think 3 times. It's like playing a video game that you're trying not to get killed in. Looking around, God, keep your distance from me.
Yes.
We found a couple stores that don't have a lot of people in them. But I'm very COVID phobic, so I have not, I'm not hanging out with anyone. I think we've had in the last couple weeks, we've had a couple.
Yeah.
We went to some people's house. We sat on their front yard and we made sure we were social distance. I almost wore the mask for this interview because I'm not sure if the virus can travel through the net yet. I'm going to pour some hydrochloroquine on my computer when this is over with and drink some bleach. And I think
Neil, no, you're getting bad advice. You're getting bad advice. Can we talk about the great Pacific Northwest?
Oh, love it.
The roots that you have here, I'll list them off for our viewers watching today.
Yeah.
Born in Portland.
Yep, true.
U of O grad.
And I went to Willamette for 2 years.
Right before that, down in Salem, our state's capital. And then you started broadcasting in a little town called Florence.
Yeah.
On the Central Coast, just, of course, east from Eugene. Tell me about, you're in a town at the time, maybe of 5,000. What's it like starting your broadcast career in Florence, Oregon?
Well, I remember I made $600 a month. I thought I was in hog heaven.
That's more than I make.
And I wasn't even a sportscaster. I was the newscaster.
Right.
In fact, the fellow that did the sports is a friend of mine. His name's John Thompson. He now owns that station. It was KGBU back in the days, and we said that standard for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I was the ugly. But it's now KCST, and it's still there, and John runs it.
Yes.
But so I would go on the air. I think at 7 in the morning, might have been 6. And I think I did like 7, 8, 9 for 5 or 10 minutes an hour. And then what I would do is I would run down the block and I would open up the bar at a restaurant called the Bridgewater, which is still there.
Yes.
And I would get the bar ready for lunch. I would run back at noon, do 10 minutes, run back. I would serve cocktails and lunch until 4:45. I would run back to do the 5 o'clock show. Then at 5, I was done. I'd run back to the bar. I'd bartend till closing time and get up and do it again. Amen. And that was my life for a year in Florence, Oregon. I loved it down there. I met a lot of great people, and it was a great way to start things.
That's kind of a college dream to run a bar and do your day job, which is in media at the same time.
Yes.
News, then booze.
20 years at ESPN.
Yeah, really.
Really remarkable.
Yeah.
The inception story I was reading up on, you're in Hawaii, you're working for Hawaii Pacific, you hadn't been in broadcasting for a while. Was it a fluke that you got not only back into broadcasting, but sports at all?
Yeah, listen, I've been completely blessed. This is not a journey that I expected nor deserved, but I'm very appreciative of it. I worked in athletic administration, like you mentioned. I also then weaseled my way into one of the local television stations just because I needed to make more money because it was so expensive to live in Hawaii.
Right.
So much like the news then booze, I did the SID job, and then on nights we didn't have a game, I went to the local television station and I wrote news. I wrote news copy for the 10 o'clock news. Wow. Well, eventually down the line, there became where they needed somebody to fill in one weekend because they lost both their sportscasters. One was on vacation, the other was sick, and the news director came over and he says, "Hey, Neil, don't you do a sports job downtown?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm an SID." And he goes, "All right, you're doing the sports this weekend." So the first time so that weekend I was on the air.
Great.
I'd never anchored anything. I mean,
oh my God.
I looked like I looked like Beaver Cleaver on the set there. I couldn't believe my good luck. I was actually on TV, and I did it, and I did it well enough. And then things progressed. Where years later, I was all of a sudden I was the guy doing it, and then I fell into the ESPN thing because I didn't apply for that either. That was somebody on the East Coast looking me up and saying, "Hey, I want to represent you." And I said, "Nah, I'm fine. I'm living in Hawaii, man. I'm cool." And then I said, "I'll tell you what, you get me an interview at ESPN, we'll talk." And the guy got me an interview, and that's kicked off this whole chapter of my life that I couldn't have dreamt would happen to me.
Well, I've watched you, and I think you're a natural. And, and obviously, ESPN.
You did it, Mom. We practiced that for so long.
ESPN. Okay. Obviously, they love you because you've been working for them for 20 years. What I like about you is that your humor comes through. You don't overly take it so seriously that like it's you're reading the Bible or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely. Listen, if you can't laugh at yourself, then that's the first thing.
Yes.
And the thing is I really enjoy the process. I enjoy the energy of live television and all that.
Yes.
But I'm not a diehard sports fan. I don't sit at home and watch games, and I get enough of that when I'm at work. And I think if I told my wife I want to watch a baseball game on a Sunday afternoon, she'd be like, "Really? Don't you do that all weekend?" That's not the reason I don't do it. I don't do it because frankly it doesn't interest me that much. It interests me when the time and place is correct. I'm completely dialed in. But when I'm away from that, I'm completely dialed out.
I think the best sports works that way. I mean, Charles Barkley said,
"Yes,
Ernie, we don't want to talk basketball. We played basketball." It's like, and that's why those guys work, is because it's like, we'll get to it, and when it's important, when it's really important, we'll break it down. Otherwise, no, we want to screw around, and that's why people enjoy it. Do you have one enduring memory of these 20 years? One thing that sticks out to you?
Oh, it would have to be the people I've met. I mean, the people I met in Connecticut that even weren't associated with ESPN. When I went from Hawaii to Connecticut, I went by myself. And that was a tough transition. And even if it's like the lady I used to buy my coffee from, I still am in touch with her. My next door neighbor passed away years ago, and I told my wife I need to fly back for that. That guy was really a dear friend to me when I was there. And those are people that have never stepped foot inside of ESPN. Those are people that were just friends of mine because of who I am, not what I did. And then you mentioned a guy like Van Pelt or Steve Levy or Kenny Mayne. And here I've got to meet all these guys. I mean, I remember the first time I got to do a show with Dan Patrick. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm doing a show with Dan Patrick? Same with Kenny Mayne. I'm like, wow, I'm a huge fan, and now it's like I'm a contemporary. And I still feel that way. I still feel that I feel like a little kid who, I feel like Charlie who got the golden ticket.
Yes. Oh, you are so good. You are so good.
He's a charmer, that Neil Everett. Well, they gave out 6 of those golden tickets, so I guess you got one and I got one too. I feel the same way you do about Dan Patrick getting to meet you and doing the show that we do, whether it's live in LA, live in Portland, or during this quarantine has been, it's a blessing to get to do. And I do feel, I mean, Mom here is like a golden ticket in that we get to have such a good time while being family.
Yeah, that's right. Otherwise, I'd be a loony. I'd be really.
You've had so many great interviews, and I love interviewing athletes. We had 3 NBA players on last week to talk about Last Dance and playing against Michael Jordan. But you've managed to, within LA, take ESPN beyond sports, and you've had a lot of great interviews with non-athletes. And I was curious if you have a favorite or a moment within one of those that was sort of revelatory to you, getting to you know, do something a little off from sports.
Well, I was thinking about this, and so probably the greatest interview in terms that I was able to do was with John Wooden, Coach Wooden.
Oh my goodness!
I think it was his last television interview.
Yes.
And so I did that. That's right when I got here. So that always stands. That's the bar, but that is also a sports interview. But from a non-sports interview, some of the celebrities that we brought in. And I'm not just saying this because Daisy's sitting there, but one of them is Michael Keaton, who of course played Batman.
Yes.
And Michael Keaton sat down, and he's a huge sports fan. He's from Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And we talked for 49 minutes. This is, I mean, for what's going to be a 3.5-minute segment on SportsCenter, him and I talked for 49 minutes. He was so great. And we ended up running like 8 minutes of it in 2 segments, which is a large chunk of an hour-long show once you figure the commercials and all that. So Michael Keaton's one that stands out because he was one of the first ones too, one of the first celebrities we had in that, you know, you talk about sports, but they're there to talk about a movie. He was there to talk about it was right after the one that he was up for the Academy Award. It was Assassins something, and it's based on a book, kind of like a Jack Ryan type thing. I'm not going to remember it, but he was there to talk about that. So you talk about that a little bit because that's why you're there, and the publicist is right there. You got to talk about that. But then you get into the sport. So I thought of him. I thought of Jeff Bridges because
the dude
divides.
The dude, yes.
I thought of Jim Belushi because I said to him, one of the last questions I asked him was, what would you say to John right now? And without skipping a beat, he said, you missed the Cubs. You missed the Cubs.
Oh, that's great.
And then he told the story, you guys, about John taking him, Jim, to his first Cubs game when he was a little kid. And so you're able to get that humanity where there is a sports connection, but you're talking to a non-sports person or a celebrity. And then probably the fourth one would have been Denzel Washington, because I was really nervous for that. And I remember I walked in and I said, "Hi, Denzel, I'm Neil Everett." And he looked at me and he goes, "I know who you are, man. I watch you every night." I felt like Beavis and Butthead, man. I was like, I was so fired up. I was like, Denzel knows who I am. So those are some that came to mind. And Derek Truck, who's a preeminent guitar player, we got him on, and just because he's my favorite guitar player, that was an all-time favorite as well.
So wonderful.
Which guitar player?
Derek Trucks of Tedeschi Trucks, and he also played with the Allman Brothers forever.
Yeah. Allman Brothers,
And his uncle, his great uncle, was named Virgil Trucks, Virgil Fire Trucks. He pitched for the Detroit Tigers way back when, and he struck out Ted Williams in his last appearance. And so I think it was Ted Williams. And so Derek related that story to me, and just the fact that here I am in a position where I can have a conversation with somebody that I really admire, and and it's part of my job, and it's like, wow, like Steve Martin said, the most amazing thing to me is I get paid for doing this.
And you sing too.
Joining us. Wasn't that fun, Mom?
Yes, it was really fun. Neil is a
very charming gentleman.
He is remarkably. I was worried for a minute that he might become my new dad.
Very charming.
Very charming. Thank you, Neil, for being with us, and he's coming back later in the program. This is the Bummer Olympics. Thank you guys so much for tuning in right now. Mom and I have been competing in events all night. You guys have been joining us in games too, and we're getting to another one in just a second. But I wanted to give a couple shout outs. For one, on my headband here, this headband was given to me by Cliff Robinson. Can I get a headband? One for the peeps.
Wow.
Trailblazer legend signed this for me on Who's the Ross.
Yes.
Just a little over a year ago. Wow, we smoked weed in the club, and we're doing the show. So that rad dude also scored 50 points in a game after getting high. So what a badass. Big shout outs to Cliff Robinson. We love him, and we hope he's doing well out there. So we also got to shout out our openers tonight, Swinky and Jesse Coaster.
The best.
The gold medal every single time. Thank you guys so much. Of course, the godfather of graphics, Matt Sellers, who got us that Neil Everett interview. Everybody give big praise, all of the applause to Matt Sellers for helping us connect with Neil Everett. That was definitely a bucket list interview for me. And Neil will be back later on tonight. We got a game with him.
Good.
We also got to thank our sound doctor, Rick Gordon. He's running lights, he's running sound, he's running audio and visual and patching in the graphics.
And
so
we
much.
couldn't do it without him.
We couldn't do it without him. We're a 3-person operation, a 3-dog operation.
3 dogs, 3 people.
So that's what you get when you come over to Mom's house every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Will it
float?
Will it float? All right. So let us know out there, Mini.
A mini
Jack Daniels, not a sponsor of the program.
Not yet.
Will it float? Get in the comments. Let us know if you think this will float. We have got a 5-gallon tub right here.
There we go.
That we're going to drop this into. Are you ready, Mom?
I am ready.
3.
Okay.
2.
Oh, I don't think you really drop it because then you've got physics going into it.
Oh.
Just place it.
Place it. Do you think it'll float?
Good.
All right. Good answer there, Mom. Here we go. Will it float?
All right.
It's floating! Oh.
Now we drink.
Epic excitement. Oh, here you go.
All
you
right.
Go. You can pour that into your hot tea.
Okay.
The soy sauce packet.
It's
I don't know the answer to this one.
Yeah.
Number 3. Put number 3 in your answer. Float or not float, friends?
Give us an answer here.
Yeah, we want to know.
We really.
Well, I'll let you do this one since you're tired of me.
We really don't.
Dropping it.
We really
dramatically. Let's have you place the Kikoman
We
packet.
do not know.
We do not know. That's what this game's about.
There's a lot
Jesse
of tension.
says sink.
It's a lot
Kristen
of tension.
says float. Come on, Mom.
There's a lot of tension. Okay, I'm placing it.
Oh, it didn't float. I thought it was going to float. Everyone thought float. Dax is a certified genius. He went to U of O, where Neil Everett went. That didn't float, you idiots. You're all a bunch of ding-dongs.
No, they're not. They are the best.
Yes, that was a test.
That was the best.
Does Kanye float, is what Madison said.
Not really.
Zoop, zoop, zoop. I'm kidding. All right, let's do one more before we get to our second guest.
That was a surprise.
That was a surprise.
That was a surprise. Let's
do this toy.
Oh,
this is a
I love
McDonald's
toys.
Happy Meal toy
how
from
nice.
Despicable Me 3.
Oh, nice.
Despicable Me 3, plastic toy, got some metal in it, wheels.
Wow.
Moving parts. What do you think?
It could float.
Dax says float like a rock. That sounds like a U of O education.
I don't know.
Right. I think we set it for sale.
Like a rock.
A Happy Meal toy from Despicable Me 3.
Okay.
Who goes and gets Happy Meals anymore?
Okay.
I did, actually.
We loved Happy Meals.
We love Happy Meals. Here we
All
go.
right.
3,
Okay.
2, 1. Will it float?
Oh, it's floating.
Oh, it's floating big time, baby.
Big time.
Not like a rock, but a sweet. Right now, my friends, could not be more excited to get to chat with this old friend of mine. I've known him for 12 years.
Yes.
Lewis and Clark grad.
Yes.
He brings athletic training to those with special needs. And I'm just really excited to get his message and talk about his business because in these times it's so great to not only hear that he's helping people, but that during the entire pandemic he has still continued virtually to give, and we need physical education and we need activity, and that he's given that support to those in need.
Yes,
so,
very smart young man.
Very
smart.
Indeed. So please, everybody, welcome to the program from Specialty Athletic Training. Here is Ryan Lockard. Come on, buddy, get in here.
My buddy, look at you.
Hi, Ryan.
Hello, it's nice to see you again.
It's good to see you.
That's right. You guys had met before, correct?
I do believe so. We're typically not sober at the time, but yeah, I do believe that.
I probably wasn't sober
None of us
either.
were. Those were the days.
Those were the days.
I know it.
It's so exciting to have you here and to see what you've done, over the past few years. Let's let our viewers know. Specialty Athletic Training is training for those with special needs.
Yep. Yeah. So I founded it in 2012. Where we provide personal training exclusively for individuals with special needs. We've served over 450 different individuals of various ages and diagnosis. Since we began, I think our youngest has been 4 and our oldest been around 63, 64 years old, I think, right now.
Wow.
So it's all started at Lewis and Clark, and we've expanded since. And now we have 4 different locations within Oregon and Washington area.
We knew each other from Lewis and Clark, and it actually dated to more like 2006.
Yep.
And the truth was that you went there, I used the gym illegally, and then I didn't know you even like firsthand because I worked with a woman at a Mexican restaurant that was her weekend job was working at La Costita. She hosted, and I waited tables. I was just some bum from the neighborhood. This like pre-Ed Foreman show for sure, 2006, because we didn't start the show till 2008. She invited me to parties, and I think that there was this like, wait, I've seen you at the gym. Oh yeah, hey. Wait, do you go here? No, don't tell anybody. And you were like, cool. The last time you were on the program, 4 years ago, and I'm going to punch the video in right now.
Yes,
we have a pint of pig's blood for $100. We will drink it on stage. This is going to happen right now. Oh my God. Wow, this gentleman wants to see the blood. We have $100 right here.
There it is. It's pretty warm.
It's warm.
Pretty warm.
125. Thank you guys. To the Autism Society of Oregon. Here we go. Cheers. Oh my God. Yo, Adrian.
Oh.
But in that video that we just saw, we drink blood to raise money for autism. And it looks like it's 12 years ago, not 4 years ago.
Oh.
But now...
Why you guys look really, really young?
I look like I'm in the Beatles, and Ryan looks the same. And, we're more woke these days. You and I drink vegan blood now, which is more or less just like maraschino cherry juice. So,
I'm not gonna lie though, Aaron, that was part of the thing that I liked about when you said, hey, like, we love to do this via Zoom. I was like, well, I know Aaron can't get me in any trouble when I'm at home. So I knew I couldn't be forced to. I don't know if you remember that list that you had.
We wanted to do something that could raise money for autism awareness. And, it's Dante's, as you know, and this is a guy that was at all of our early Dante shows. I think you played like the Incredible Hulk version of Charlie Brown once and threw one of our writers off the stage. We did wild stuff at Dante's. Yeah. But the crazy thing is, you watch that clip, a guy just comes up, that was Dante's. That's the same, Dante's is the same place where we did Tatas for Toys this year and raised $7,000. Here's a guy that just brought up $100 and said, I want to help the charity, but also drink pig's blood.
Yeah.
And we had to microwave it to unfreeze it, and it was like congealed. And you and I think you poured, well, we just saw you poured the blood onto my raw egg. Is one of the stupidest things I've ever done.
Yes.
Here we are in a time where your clients still need to exercise, where we all, you know, are Jones and aching to get out and do something physical.
Yes.
And you've adapted immediately. Tell us about how specialty athletic training is adapted to the quarantine.
Yeah, so we've gone virtual, like everyone's had to, and you know, we've had the ability to do it for the past several years, but parents have always been hesitant for the training, just because they always want to know, you know, how you're going to motivate my child or inspire them through a computer screen, or when you're not there in person. And usually they have that question even when we're in person. It's like, Ryan, how are you going to motivate little Jimmy to exercise when he hates it? And you know, it's really, it has, you know, the biggest thing is creating that relationship and really taking ownership of that and really giving them input within the program, but also showing that you care. You know, there's that saying that no one knows, or no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And we really take that to heart, where it's really one of those things where, you know, like, I can't tell you about how much I know about Minecraft and Dungeons and Dragons and My Little Pony and whatever it might be now, you know, because it's one of those things that, you know, I talk about that all the time with our clients. And it's their outlet, but it's also my way of bonding with them. And so, you know, if they know that you're able to speak Minecraft with them, or, you know, talk Dungeons and Dragons with them a little bit, it just opens that door where you can really create that genuine relationship. And then you get them talking, and they don't even realize that they're exercising, they're really challenging themselves. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, that's too easy. And you're able to build on that. So yeah, so
cool.
Being able to do that. So that's the biggest thing, is teaching them that, hey, we can form a relationship with your child, and that's how we're going to motivate them, inspire them to get them, you know, active. And so we changed our whole dynamic, really, as far as going virtual instead of being in person.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The hardest thing for me is to close the refrigerator door.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any suggestions?
For closing the refrigerator door, fill it up with good food so it doesn't matter. So that's really the biggest thing, right? So it's one of those things that you're going to eat what's in the fridge or what's available. And so if you have a ton of junk food or ice cream in the fridge, in the freezer.
Yes, you looked in my freezer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just go ahead and put it in, you know, you fill that up with veggies, or, you know, you make sure there's no beer in there, and take out the White Claws, and you put some, just keep some water in there, then you're good.
Can we tell people the website so they can check it out?
Yeah, it's just specialtyathletictraining.com.
Specialty Athletic Training.com.
Oh, you nailed the end, Mom. Well done. We were practicing that for a really long time before the show. All right, it's game time, my friend. You went to Lewis and Clark. What's Lewis and Clark's mascot?
They're the Pioneers, but their mascot is the Newfoundland named Seaman, who is the dog on the journey with Lewis and Clark.
That's right. All of our immature friends on Facebook are now commenting about the name you just said. But he's a lab or something. He's a big dog.
He's a Newfoundland.
Newfoundland, that's right. Newfoundland.
Yes.
This is Kanye Westy.
Yes.
He's
Can you see him?
Yeah.
What up?
Yes.
What I do?
You are right. You are right about the mascot.
Well, so
and it's SEA, right?
Yep.
MAN? Seaman?
I believe so.
Seaman, yes.
Good to bring it back up again, Mom. So now our immature audience is now losing their minds. Well, guess what? You've got a great mascot there from Lewis and Clark, and tonight is our Bummer Olympic special. So we're talking a lot of sports. So we got a game for you called Mascot or Mask Not. I'm going to give you a series of mascot names, and you have to tell me, was it a real mascot or was it not? Therefore, a mask not.
Ooh, okay.
Gonna be tough today. Neil Everett got 7 out of 8 in his game of Booyah or Boonah. So let's go for the perfect score and see if we can blow, old Neil, the old dude out of the water. Here we go. Mascot or mask not. Number 1, the Lake Monsters.
Mask not.
Mascot. I'm sorry. That is the and these are all minor league baseball teams. This is the Vermont Lake Monsters, an A-level minor league baseball team. So sorry, out of Vermont.
We're just mascots. That's tough.
But it's okay. Neil got his first one wrong. You're going to sweep the rest of these.
This
Here we
is
go.
a tough one.
Mascot or mask not.
Okay.
The Pine Cones.
Mask not. That's definitely not. That can't be.
Good work. I would have said yes, especially after the Friday, but you're right.
Yes.
Pine cones are not a mascot. Well done. 1 out of 2. Here we go. Number 3, mascot or mask not, the Wingnuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Out of Wichita. The Wichita Wingnuts are an independent baseball team that folded in 2018.
Yes.
So there you go. 2 out of 3. Mascot or mask not, the Righteous Dudes.
Ah.
Oh, that's a mascot. That seems like a response Neil gave. Neil,
Yes.
we did a catchphrase game with him, and some of the
Yes.
catchphrases,
That sounds
he was definitely like, no guy.
Yes.
Righteous Dudes. That's in line with that.
Dudes.
Well done. 3 out of 4. Perfect out of the first one. Let's
Very
get to
good.
number 5,
Very
mascot
good.
or mask not,
Yes.
the Biscuits.
No, mask not.
It is a mascot. I'm sorry.
Oh.
The Montgomery Biscuits are a AA minor league baseball team.
Oh, those farm league teams.
They're tough, baby. That's we didn't pick any of the obvious ones because,
Yes.
we have to make it difficult.
Yeah.
Here we go. Mascot or mask not, number 6, the Driving Draculas.
No, mask not.
Yeah, that's very stupid. That is a mask not. Very good. 4 out of 6 going into number 7,
Yes.
mascot or mask not,
Yes.
the Better Cheddars.
Mask not.
Well done. You sniffed that one out. The refrigerator
Yes.
door was open, and Ryan said it was rotten.
I was thinking, I was like, that could be something in Wisconsin. That could be something
Yes.
there, in a farm league system.
I was going to do the cheese curds, and I wrote down cheese curds as a fake one, and I said, wait, I should
Wait a
look that up.
second.
And for
Yes.
3 days,
Yeah.
there was a team in Wisconsin that changed its name for a series of the cheese curds, and I was like, so you're right. It's a tough one. Let's get into the last one.
You are doing so well.
So well, 5 out of 7. And I think that you're going to close very strong. Finally,
Wow.
mascot or mask not, the Hops.
That's a mascot for sure out there in Hillsboro.
Boom, you got it. An A-level team out there in Hillsboro. Oh, he's a big winner, baby. 6 out of 8. Well done. Absolute pleasure to see you, man. You're doing so well.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your new kiddo.
I appreciate it. I wish he was here so I could show you. He's not here. He's away with mom right now.
Oh, how old? How old?
He's only almost a year. He turns a year old on the 8th.
Oh, that's a wonderful age.
Yeah, they're. I think they're. Forget where they went. They're not home right now. But yeah, I wish I had him here so I could show you.
Oh.
Well, say hi to Mary for me, and can keep doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Specialty athletic training.
Yes.
.com. There it is. She nailed it.
There it
All
is.
that practice. And be well. And I can't wait, to see you soon, whether it's in Zoom or, there will be a time we'll reunite and drink the pig's blood of 2016.
Yes. You're looking good. But you're looking good.
Cheers to you, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Yes,
Be
Charles.
well.
Good. How weird is this? We're drinking water and not like whiskey or pig's blood right now.
The times have changed us all for the good.
I know.
All for the better for sure.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you. It was fun
Our
talking to
audience
you.
out there really appreciated talking to you in New Orleans, as we did too. So stay safe and
Yes.
healthy. Say hi to the fam.
We're going to play another round of Will It Float?
Yes.
Yes. As Mom, tell them we've got 3 more things that they can.
Oh.
There's
the egg white and spinach. Will it float?
A frozen burrito is sort of what Mom meant to say.
Oh.
So we're going to try that right now.
I think you've got it. You're going to be able to predict.
Well, let's see. It's a frozen burrito. Let's see.
Frozen,
All right, friends. Number 5, frozen burrito.
Here we go.
Oh, goodness gracious! That's like a canoe that you could sail that. You could literally put this toy on top.
What is in that burrito?
It says that it's like all natural, but I don't know about that. Not with that kind of floating ability. I want to see if this little toy.
I am really surprised.
I'm surprised too.
Because
Despicable Me toy wanted
You would think something frozen would just sink.
Let's see if we can get this to float on top of it.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. There you go. Koi fusion is what they say. Koi fusion,
Koi
right there.
fusion.
Look at that.
Oh, look,
Holy
and
sweet moly! It's a baby doll. It's a weird
baby
baby
doll.
doll.
Baby doll.
And we want to know: will it float? Can this?
Yes.
Does this? We'll save him.
Yes.
But he's got a heavy little noggin. So let's find out. Will
Yes.
he float?
I think it's a she. She. Will she?
Kanye will save her. Will you save her? Will you save her?
That is
All right,
so
here we go.
sweet.
Number 7.
That's so sweet.
Will it float?
Okay.
Come on, little baby Jessica.
Okay.
You gotta.
Okay.
Yeah!
She's
She
floating.
swims.
Good. She's floating. She's floating.
Oh,
Nicely done.
But she peed. Oh,
There.
yeah, it's like a little hot tub.
A little
This is
hot
what you
tub.
wish you were doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
This is dope. What a little badass.
yes, we're going to have the baby hangout.
And finally,
I think you should do this one.
a wrapper? Well, we know that will float.
Well, then we can make an eco statement.
Don't litter.
Don't
Plastic is
litter.
bad. All right, statement done. Finally, a candle.
It's going to sink like a candle.
Oh, boy, the old expression they used to use back in Britain. Number 9, the candle. Will it sink like a candle?
Yes.
Let's find out.
Oh,
Mom.
All right.
You got schooled.
I got schooled.
You were so confident. You were like, this is
Yes.
dumb. My son got a dumb thing.
I was
And then what
cocky.
happened?
You see, that's what happens when you get cocky.
That's what happens. After you
Yeah.
do your little PSAs about not littering and wanting to use eco-friendly materials, remember, don't get too cocky just because you try to do something good for the environment. That's right, baby.
Yeah.
Them candles gonna float.
Wow.
And even Dax got that wrong with his U of O education.
Wow.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised too. He's a smart guy.
That's very
He's
smart.
but Melody K got it right. Hey, let's do our last game. We were so lucky to get to talk to Neil Everett earlier in the program.
Yes.
And
That was a real thrill.
and we got to play a super fun game with him
Yes.
because he's got great catchphrases.
Yes.
And well, we'll let him take it away. So please enjoy as we close out here.
Yes.
ESPN's Neil Everett playing Booyah or Boona.
Phrases, big thing at ESPN. We want to close by talking catchphrases. Mom, you know some of his catchphrases.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, we had to write it down. We've got this. Hold for edit.
All right. Cool is the rule.
Rule is the rule. Yeah, you know where that's from? That's from an old Huey Lewis song.
Oh. Is it off sports?
Ah.
Is it off sports?
Yeah, sports. You know the album Sports.
Ooh, I don't know. It's Sometimes Bad is Bad, I think is the song. But I don't know if that was the title.
Yeah.
That's where I got Cool as the Rule from.
Yeah.
We'll have to look that up after this. It would be interesting.
Okay.
How there's a little kismet if it's off the album Sports for a
Yeah.
SportsCenter anchor.
Yeah.
What else do we have, Mom?
Dude abides.
Dude Abides, well, that's obvious from the Big Lebowski. So
Big
that's a layup.
Lebowski. And is it a booah?
No, no.
Is that it? Is
Booyah is Stuart Scott's. That's for the
Booyah.
game. But Mom, that's an
No.
incredible segue into the game we're going to play with Neil.
Oh, okay. All righty. All righty.
Yeah.
Neil-
Booyah or Boona?
How do you? He
Booyah.
already knows the game we're going to play.
Boona.
Let's see. We've
Okay.
got Booyah, Boona, or Booja.
Karnak.
That's wild stuff. Here we
Yes,
go.
yes.
Yes, Neil knows. He
Yes.
knows we already have a game for him. It's a
Okay.
sportscaster
Okay.
catchphrase game for one of the best men in catchphrases.
Yes.
We've
Yes.
got 8 catchphrases. You got to tell me if it's real
Yes.
or if we made it up. And the title of the game, Booyah or Boona, is in honor of Stuart Scott, who has one of the best catchphrases of all time of Booyah!
Booyah!
Stuart Scott and I did the first show from Los Angeles together. Stan and Stu did the second night. Stuart and I did the first night. So I hold that memory very close to me.
Oh, super cool. Well, in tribute to one of the greats, Stuart
Yes.
Scott, you tell me if it's real, it's a Booyah, or if it's fake, it's a Boona. Here we go, Neil. This is Booyah or Boona. Number 1,
Okay.
get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma. It's a grand salami.
Oh, I'm going to say that's a Boona.
That is a Booyah, my friend.
Oh,
out,
gotcha.
out of the great Pacific Northwest, that is Seattle Mariners play-by-play
Yes.
announcer, Dave Niehaus.
Oh, Dave Niehaus. Oh, I should have known that.
Grand salami.
Yeah, I should have known that. Okay.
That's all right. 0 for 1.
You know
We're
what I
going
was
to pick it
thinking?
up here. Here we go.
I was focused only on ESPN catchphrases.
Ah.
Okay, fair. We might have, you're still 0 for 1, though. Nice try.
Yes.
Here we go.
You're going to get this.
Number 2, Booyah Boona.
Yes. Yeah.
He swipes right and has a date with all 4 bases.
That's Boona.
Yep, I came up with that at like 3 in the morning. Thank you. I actually do. I feel like that's a very good 2020. Neil did not abide.
That would not cut it. That's just not that's not making it this day.
Bad copy, huh? Well, I want to take that one to the chin. Here we go. 1 out of 2. Booyah Boona.
Yes.
Lathered, rinsed, repeated. They cleaned up.
Boona.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There's no. Oh, thank God you got the first one wrong. Because you're probably going to sweep the rest of this.
Yes.
No, that is a boo nah through and through. 2 out of 3. Here we go.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that pitch is, but it tastes like chicken.
That is Booyah.
Do you know the?
Really?
I think it's Kenny Mayne.
Boom! That's right, my friend. The source is Kenny Mayne.
Wow.
I'm not sure what pitch that is, but it tastes like chicken.
Wow.
One of the more of random catchphrases that you could have. And he has several of them, and many of them relate to food, and we didn't use all his food-related ones on today's. Very good. 3 out of 4. Here we go. Booyah or Boona. Okay. Bingo, bango, bongo.
That is Booyah.
Do you know the source?
Oh.
That is, that's a baseball announcer, I believe.
Basketball?
Oh.
Great Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
That's not Sean, is it?
That's the Sean's, baby. That is Bill Shawnley.
Yes.
What a legend. I tell you, I got to meet him. I got to meet him when I hosted the Oregon Sports Awards, and I told the Etzel brothers who brought me up to do that, I said, listen, the only reason I'm coming to do this is so I can meet Bill Shawnley. Yeah.
That's a dang good reason.
Oh, what a man.
Almost 30 years with the Portland Trailblazers and set the bar. Mr. Rip City himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our little tribute on our end. Well done, 4 out of 5. Here we go.
Very good. Very good.
Booyah or Boona. Dry your eyes, mama. That ship has sailed.
I'm going to say Boona.
Yep, again, you got that one right. That is Boona.
Good.
Dry your eyes, mama. That ship has sailed is not real. Here we go.
Yes.
Number 7, Booyah or Boona. Those who are late do not get a fruit cup.
That's a Booyah, and I think that is
Really?
Is that Kenny Mayne again?
Not Kenny, although while it's food related. Not Butchergrass.
Who is it?
Rich Eisen.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll see. Rich. I wasn't at ESPN very long before Rich left, so I'm not as familiar with some of his stuff. But
those who are late do not get. Oh, you're going to start probably using that one literally.
Yes, I like that one. Yes.
All right.
Yes,
and closing out to get the best score of all time on a game that's never been played before. Booyah or Boona. Arrivederci, Serenity.
Boona.
Oh, yay!
Oh, well done. 7 out of 8. That is extraordinary.
Yeah, but I missed.
I'm going to get his gold medal.
That's awful.
That one, well, I didn't write that one, so I don't feel bad about Arrivederci Serenity. It does sound like something Jerry Stiller would have said, so I threw it in there.
Yes.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
My favorite
your gold medal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Contribute. There it is. Well, it's Kanye's again.
Kanye, don't eat it.
There we go.
There we go.
Neil, absolute pleasure having you on.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it was mine. It was mine. Thank you very much for having me. And I'll leave with my favorite catchphrase is she's a beauty, that number 9. It's from a Neil Young song, and it's a shout out to my wife, whose favorite number is 9. And when I say it, that I know she's watching the show when we do top 10. And so she's a beauty, number 9 is a tribute to my wife because she is a beauty, and she's the reason I got anything going for me.
Oh,
Neil Everett, he loves number 9.
I'm just gonna swoon here.
But he's number 1 in our books, baby. Thank you, my friend. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
What a wonderful time. Thank you, and good luck with the show, and take care of Mom.
Thank you. Thank you for coming
moms
by.
Are the best.
Yeah, that's right. Moms are the best, my friends. And you guys are the best for tuning in for tonight's Who's the Ross. Thank you guys so much for being here with me and Mama and Yay. And we want to thank our team right now.
Yes.
We want to thank our writers, Seth Lazier and Dax Jordan. We want to thank the sound doctor, Rick Gordon, for running our lights, sound, graphics, and video, and everything in between. Of course, the graphics godfather, Matt Sellers, for hooking us up with these sweet graphics. Of course, a big shout out to baby Jessica right here in the tub, just chilling, personifying how we all want to live during this pandemic, which is just chill out, man. Little candlelight. We call this like the Melody K special. You just a little candlelight soak and good dental care, right? This is what you do. Maybe throw a little toy in there. And we want to thank Jesse and Swinky for the opening tonight, and all of you guys for being a part of the show.
Yes.
You know, you share the show, we appreciate it. You comment on the show, we appreciate it. But a lot of you get down with our challenges every week, and next week we're going to have another one for everyone to get down with. That'll be super fun. We're here every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m.
But we want to say, still be careful because we love you.
Yeah, be careful because we love you. That's a great sentiment. And, you know, we have another shout out tonight. I got to thank Matt Sellers again for connecting us with Neil Everett.
Yes.
Because that was a bucket list thing. Having Neil Everett on the show was an absolute joy.
Thank you, Matt.
Comedy is what we do. We bring joy to people. Every Tuesday, right?
Yes.
We're here to connect with you, have fun, and just bring a little silly into your lives.
Silly.
And we lost over the weekend a young, great Portland comedian, or rather he was a great comedian in Portland, then went to L.A. Richard Bain passed, and we just wanted to dedicate tonight's show to him.
Yes.
And thank all of those out there that bring joy to people, as he brought so much joy to so many. And just a reminder, friends, to always check in on your friends. Remind them that you love them. And same goes for family. So I love you, and I'm honored we get to do this show together. And I love you guys as well. And on that note, thank you again for tuning into the program. You guys have been your best selves during this worst times. Keep hanging out with us Tuesdays, right? 8:30?
Yes.
We'll be here. We'll see you next week.
Mom's house.
You guys were great. I was even better. Mom was even better than me. Thanks for coming to Who's the Ross. See you next week, everybody. Bye, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you Tuesday. Yeah, that was a gold medal show, Mama.